Oh, shoot. Make sure your phones are on silent if you could, Bubba, because so mine stays on silent. Come. YouTube is Tawad. Facebook Tawad Mazarat. Facebook didn't pop up.
No, I'm gonna go to the site. You're on there.
Yeah, I see it.
No, you're on there.
Good to go. Ain't no need to start talking to myself. It would behoove us to make sure we're live on the internet. All right. I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah. All right, let's clap it up. Clap it up. Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahana. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that every so-called Black man, every so-called Hispanic man, every so-called Native American man, every so-called Haitian man, you know what I mean, every so-called Jamaican man or Benjamite, you know what I'm saying? We are the Lord's chosen people, you understand? The Bible is our history. It's our solution to all of our problems, you understand? It's a history and a solution that has been hidden from us, you know what I'm saying? That we've, strayed away from. And in large part, thanks to the very deceptive tactics of our enemy, the oppressor, the so-called colonizer, the conquistador, who we refer to as the devil that the Bible speaks of, because devil just means adversary or deceiver, right? So because of our oppressor's deceptive tactics and his cunning ability, we've had knowledge, stripped away from us, and we find ourselves in a very destroyed state, a very confused state, a very miscombobulated state, a very lost state. You understand? So, I mean, and no one can argue the condition of the Lord's chosen people today, the condition of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. No one can argue the destroyed condition that we are in the hells of America, as well as all across the globe. Even the people that are in power in this land, like who would you consider to be someone who is in power in this land? Like one person that's very powerful. Aliyah, the president, right? Even the president, what's his name? Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden acknowledges the condition of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know how I know that he acknowledges it and is aware of it and knows about it? Because when he was running for office, he encouraged Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to vote for him so that he can fix all of our issues, all of the hell that we live through, all of the, the poverty, all of the drugs, all of the, the abuse, all of the hell we live in. He's like, yeah, vote for me and I'll fix that. He said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you must not be Black, looking out for Black interest if you vote against me, because I'm going to fix your issues. You get what I'm saying? And year after year, well, I guess I should say term after term, whether it be, the presidential garbage or your local governments, you know what I'm saying, that run like every 2 years. They all set out on these campaigns, making these promises to fix these issues that aren't really debatable issues. You understand? So we find ourselves in this destroyed state, and we have no solutions for it. There's a scripture that talks about. I'm gonna pull that up. Get one of you brothers to read it. Anybody know which one I'm looking for? Huh? Lamentations 4:17, if I could. Either one of you brothers could take it. Go ahead, Aliyah.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17.
You might have to speak up a little bit more. I know it's been a minute since you've been in class. You know what I'm saying? But this is the place where masculinity is fertilized. You understand? And cultivated and promoted. Unlike every other place you're going to find yourself at outside of these doors, when you go to school, they want you to sit down, shut up, be soft and be gentle, be quiet. This is the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. Well, we fight against all of those principalities. You understand? Like in here, it's okay to be aggressive. It's okay to be confident and authoritative. You understand? It is your birthright, despite what this enemy has taught you. You understand? It is your birthright to be masculine. All right. So let's just read it with that in mind. Baba Kasha.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17.
There you go.
As for us.
As for who?
As for us.
As for who?
As for us.
As for us. This book, the Bible is about a people. It's not about the whole damn planet. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible is not concerned about the plight of anyone except Israel. All right. So this is saying as for us. So who is the us in this scripture? I'm a one. It's the Israelites. You understand? As for us, as for the Israelites, as for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, go ahead.
Our eyes as yet failed.
What happened?
Our eyes as yet failed.
One more time.
Our eyes as yet failed.
Our eyes as yet failed. What does it mean if your eyes fail? I'm a one.
You fail to see something or see something the wrong way.
Yeah, you're looking for something, like you're looking for something and you don't see it. Does that make sense? Well, what have they what as they failed at? Go ahead.
For our vain help.
For what?
For our vain help.
For what?
For our vain help.
For our vain help. You wanna what General Muhammad say? You want to taste every word. Our is very important. That's something that we lose in the Christian church. In the Christian church, it's all about everybody, ain't it? This says, as for us, talking about us, this is family business. As for us, our eyes as yet failed. There's something we're looking for that we're not seeing. For what?
For our.
Whose?
Our.
Our. Go ahead.
Help.
Vain help. For our vain help. We sitting here, we looking for help, and we're not seeing it. Like it's vain help. Like we're looking for help, and there's no chance of it. You know what I mean? Like there's no way in hell any help's coming from where we're looking for it from. It's a vain effort. You know what I'm saying? Like if I take this mouse and I try to throw it over a mountain, like I'm wasting my time. You can't throw this over a mountain. That's foolish. You know what I mean? To think you could. Go ahead, keep reading.
In our watching.
So we sitting here waiting. We sitting here vainly wanting help. We're looking for it. Go ahead.
We have watched.
What'd we do?
We have watched.
We have done what?
We have watched.
We have watched. Go ahead.
For a nation.
For what?
For a nation.
Who?
For a nation.
Go ahead.
That could not save us.
Read that again. In our watching.
In our watching.
And who's watching?
In our watching.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
In our watching.
Are watching. We sitting here watching. Go ahead.
We have watched.
We've done what?
We have watched.
We've marched.
We have watched.
We've
We
voted.
have watched.
We've sung.
We have watched.
We've prayed to white Jesus.
We have watched.
We've paid the pastor, tithes and offerings.
We have watched.
Listen, we've sown those seeds. Huh?
For a nation.
Who?
For a nation.
God bless America.
For a nation.
Esau.
For a nation.
Listen, the Edomites.
For a nation.
Listen, Joe Biden.
For a nation.
The red, white, and blue.
For a nation.
The Star-Spangled Banner.
For a nation.
The Pledge of Allegiance.
For a nation
What about this nation?
that could not save us.
But if they wanted to, could they? They could not.
That could not save us.
But what if we dance really, really good?
That could not save us.
What if we march?
That could not.
What if
save
we
us.
vote though?
That could not save
What
us.
if we show them how much we love them?
That could not.
What
save
if we act like them?
us. That could not.
What if we dress like them?
That could not.
What if we try to be just like them?
That could not save us.
There's no way in hell they can save us. All right? We've been on a fool's errand behind this Christian leadership and these politicians to think that our oppressor is where we're going to get any relief, any help from. You gotta, these scriptures are old. You understand that? Like these scriptures were written before George Floyd, right? Before the Trayvon Martins, before the Freddie Grays, before the Sandra Blands, before the Mike Browns, these scriptures were written long before then, long before the transatlantic slave trade, right? What they try to turn into what they call it, the Great Migration. Jesus. There's a movement. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. There's a thing called Black Lives Matters. It's a movement. It's a movement that was started in an attempt for people to let our oppressor know that Black Lives Matter. Like imagine having and it's a big movement, right? Now it's terribly, it's terribly mismanaged and mishandled. You understand? They should leave all of, the movements to the ISUPK under command of General Yohana, and not some lesbians that don't know anything, right? But just the thought that there's this effort to convey to the oppressor that your life matters. You get what do you see how do you see how all the efforts before then to convince all the voting, all the marching, then Martin Luther King and them try to do something of the such? Who's the brother? I forget who he was. There was a brother who wrote a poem. I don't think it was Langston Hughes, right? But it's from back then, where he had addressed Congress, and he had this famous speech that basically it was titled something of the sort like I too am a man. It's the same thing as Black Lives Matters. You see what I'm saying? Like it's the same message, like we're people too. Isn't this what this scripture is talking about? Isn't it like here we are trying to convince the oppressor that we are humans and that they should, have compassion, you know what I mean, and treat us with some respect and some dignity. You're telling me there's trending movements that get resistance. What would the oppressor say when they said Black Lives Matter? What was their response? Maserati? All lives matter. Yeah, brother. Look, he said all lives matter. It's like no. All lives matter. I guess that was the and here's what's so heavy. The oppressor says all lives matters. All lives matter in the same all that they talked about in the Constitution, right? When they said all men are created equal. Meanwhile, they had slaves, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that were considered 3/5 of a man. You're not a whole human. When we say all, we're not talking about y'all. So when they've hit the rebuttal to Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, don't think that it's not seated with that same, no, our lives matter. You get what I'm saying? Maserati, you wanted to chime in real quick?
the oppressor the devil Bible speaks of. You know how we say Black Lives Matter, they said all lives matter. Now, when the Asians got their hate bill passed recently, no oppressor stepped up and said stop Asian hate.
That's exactly what it said.
No oppressor stepped up and said stop all hate.
Yeah, you're right. Get that brother a hand. Yes, sir. Exactly. Look, stop Asian hate. That was allowed to rock. You know, they didn't say, you know, stop the hatred of all people. You know, but listen, our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, which is why I'm gonna get into this topic, where the Bible tells us that we are not to envy our oppressor. You understand? Any of you brothers know what scripture that is? It's okay if you don't. Pop quiz. I see y'all looking it up. I'm gonna let you get that work in.
Got it.
You got it? What is it?
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and if you haven't signed into the you know what I'm saying, the attendance, you know what I mean? I just threw it up in the chat. Just click that link, sign in. Salakia for not posting it till now. But yeah, let's get into that.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Envy.
Do
thou
what?
not.
What did it say? Envy. Anybody know what envy is? Somebody got to know what envy is. Aliyah, you think you know?
Don't want to be like them.
It's like a jealousy. It's not just jealousy. You said a desire to be like someone. You know what I mean? Like that's a little bit more like it, and it's so heavy, right? I feel like I explain this every twice a week, Mazra. I feel like I explain it during every class I teach, and I feel like I explain it every class, right? Stockholm syndrome, right? Stockholm syndrome is a thing, and I had never heard of it until the ISUPK, and it was so eye opening that is the condition that we suffer from in America. Does anybody remember what Stockholm syndrome is, or y'all just want me to run it? Aliyah, you think you remember? What is Stockholm syndrome?
Like when a person falls in love with their abuser.
And yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Give them a hand. It's basically when someone falls in love with their abuser, right? And just to kind of break it down a little bit more, that's still a Tawab job on that. But, you know, I guess in Stockholm, Sweden, there was a bank robbery, right? The guy that robbed the bank held some people captive. You understand? And the people that he had captive, you know, they were hostages. He had them hostage, and they were so traumatized by, you know, the by that terror, the terror, the fear, the anxiety, you know, all of that. They were so affected by it. Something happened in them that when it came time to, to take down the gunman or the robber, or to, try to press charges on the robber and things like that, build a case on them, like they didn't want to cooperate. You understand? Like they had developed a sort of love for the person that abused them or traumatized them. You understand? It's a weird psychological reaction to oppression and captivity, where, and again, just to kind of explain it psychologically, like it's a coping mechanism. You understand? Where you feel like the only way you're going to survive is to show the person that's threatening your life that you love them. You understand? And damn, that's us in America today. If you ask me, that's us in America after what, 400 years of slavery plus some, give or take. Yeah, that's what we're experiencing today. When we look at our oppressor and choose to love him, you understand. But the Bible is gee, this is such a profound book, because this scripture was written long before Stockholm, Sweden, the robbery. But this is describing Stockholm syndrome and how the Lord feels about it. Probably because his children would constantly find themselves in captivity for our disobedience, and knew that this is what would happen to us. Read that again from the top, Amawan.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not who?
The oppressor.
The captor?
The oppressor.
The robber?
The oppressor.
The damn person with the hostages?
The oppressor.
The slave master?
The oppressor.
Listen, it says, envy thou not the oppressor. You can't develop what it said. The highest form of flattery is imitation. What better way to show somebody that you love them and you rock with them, and you know what I'm saying, like you down with them, than to emulate them? You get what I'm saying? And like I said, they say the highest form of flattery, the best way you can show somebody that you rocking with them is to imitate them. How do we imitate our oppressor? Huh? Oh, look, hands. I'm a one. Just tell me one. I'm gonna let everybody. Patriot. Get that brother a hand. Damn, excellent vocabulary. Ooh, wait. That patriotism. 4th of July coming up. Am I mistaken? Huh? Patriotism must be on full display. You understand? You must put on like what you gotta wear. What do you gotta wear? I'm a one.
Something in the American colors.
What are those colors?
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. You gotta wear red, white, and blue on 4th of July. Why do you have to wear red, white, and blue on the 4th of July? On Independence Day. I'm a one.
The oppressor does.
Because the oppressor does. You must. It's how you show him. Thank you, sir. I love you, right? I love you. I love you. I love you. I just want to be friends. I just want to get along. I just want to be friends. Aliyah, how else do we imitate our oppressor? Celebrating their holidays. Celebrating their holidays. All of the things that they celebrate that aren't in the Bible, that aren't days that the Most High said that these are the days that are holy. What would it say? This day shall be a Sabbath. You know what I mean? This day, you shall do no servile work and do this and that. The Lord gave us plenty of days. You want to know who doesn't celebrate any of those days? Damn, you talk about polar opposites. You talk about two manner of people, two different people worshiping different things. They don't celebrate the Day of Atonement in America. America has a million holidays. The Day of Atonement is not one of them, right? The Feast of First Fruits, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Passover. They don't even celebrate. They don't even get the damn Passover right, Maserati. They don't even celebrate the Passover. Instead of celebrating the Passover, which is in the Bible, Christ himself celebrated the Passover. They celebrate Easter, which is a pagan holiday. They try to dress it up with, the story of Christ's crucifixion, but it has nothing to do. Real Easter has nothing to do with that. Rabbits and eggs. What's that got to do with a cross? You get what I'm saying? They don't celebrate the same. They don't worship the same God we worship. They worship 1,000 other gods. They worship the sun. They worship the moon. They worship, the stars. They worship animals. They worship reindeer, right? They worship naked babies with arrows, right? They worship Santa Claus. They worship Halloween. Like, Halloween? Halloween is depicted as pure wickedness, and they celebrate it. They go all out for it, right? Like all you have to have is a pair of eyeballs to see that they worship, the god of Halloween. They worship the pagan religion of Halloween, the pagan custom called All Hallows Eve and all that nonsense. Those are our oppressor's ways. Those are the gods he worships. Those are the things, the traditions and the customs that he practices. What about ours? Huh? What about ours? What about that thing that the Most High gave to the children of Israel? What about the Most High's expectation when he said in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, that we are a holy people, a separate people, a special people unto himself, and that we're not supposed to be that. We're not supposed to be like everybody else. We're not supposed to do what the oppressor does. We're not supposed to follow his ways. Keep reading, Amawan.
And choose.
Do what?
And choose.
And choose. Well, what does it mean to choose? What does it mean to choose? Anybody know? What does it mean to choose, Joe? Amawan.
Make a choice.
You make a choice. Like, you can't use the word in the definition. I'll challenge you.
Give favor to an option.
Yeah, you give favor to an option. Boy, you're a scholar. You're straight A. Get up, brother. Here. That boy sound like he looked that up. To choose, you give favor to an option. You did look it up? Oh, Most High in Christ. Yeah. Like, it's an option. Don't you understand? You have an option to envy your oppressor or not. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. Mazarak, is it illegal? You threw the damn envying of the oppressor away a few years ago. We watched it. You know what I'm saying? We watched you cut them dreads. We watched you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get into all your bit. We watched you shed yourself of the world like we all do in the ISUPK. We shed ourselves of the world, all of our oppressors' ways. It's an option. You can choose to. You can choose to do that. What does the Bible say? Choose ye this day? Huh? Listen, it's a choice. You don't have to celebrate the 4th of July. Now, here's what you got to understand. You are going to be up against a lot of, I don't even like to call it peer pressure because they're not your damn peers. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be up against a lot of enemy pressure. Deceptive enemy pressure. You're going to think it's your peers. You know? Everybody around you is going to expect you to participate and to do what everybody else is doing to make Massa happy. And you're going to have to make a choice, right? You're going to have to make a choice, and it's not always an easy. I won't minimize the difficulty. It is a tough thing to do. It is a tough thing to do to fight against the traditions that you think are your family's traditions. These are things that your family taught you to celebrate year after year, from your parents to your grandparents to the. And again, you also have to understand where they got it from. In captivity, the oppressor does these things. They're trying to survive. They're trying to fit in with the oppressor. So we'll play along. We'll sing the songs, we'll do the dances, and maybe they'll love us. Maybe they'll stop murdering us. Maybe they'll stop flooding our communities with drugs. Maybe they'll stop killing us. You understand? No, but that's not how it works. That's not how it works. But here we are indoctrinated. We feel this insatiable desire to do what the oppressor taught us to do. And you have to learn to fight against that. And you're not going to fight against that anywhere outside of the ISUPK under Command of General Yohana. Everywhere else on earth will conform to Joe Biden's traditions. You understand? The rest of the world will conform. I guarantee it. Go to Africa. Go to the middle of Africa. They're worshiping white Jesus, man. They're worshiping white Jesus. They're celebrating Christmas. They're learning about Christmas, and you name it. This is something that we have to learn not to do. The Lord is against this. He said, "Envy thou not the oppressor." The oppressor lives so damn he's an he's so cunning and crafty in the way that he you can't tell me he ain't the devil. His entire lifestyle is extremely tempting. You understand? Like, you look at his lifestyle and it's just full of temptation, man. But damn, you should really wrap your head around, who you are and that you are not them. Man, look, the oppressors, they getting out of control with their little extra. They just being extra on top of extra. You know, them cats is down there in that submarine looking for the Titanic, huh? And now the world looking for them. Bunch of billionaires down there, though. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of oppressive billionaires down there. I pray they don't find them. Well, they said they got enough air to last till Thursday. I pray they find them Friday. So lucky. I ain't do it. I'm just saying. But they have all this money and all this because they're entirely fueled by greed and excess. The billionaires? The hell is the point in being a billionaire? You have to be insanely greedy to be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like it is just that's a type of greed that just the Most High is not with. What they said, it's easier for a rich man, for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. That American dream of what they said, commas. Listen, man, the Lord ain't with that. The Lord ain't with that garbage, man. Bezos flying damn rockets to outer space for no reason. His last rocket blew smooth up. Didn't it? Y'all saw? I saw it. I watched it happen live. I was like, I know I ain't just see this live. I don't think it's supposed to do that. That damn thing was a fire. It wasn't nothing but an expensive fireworks. Salakia. I promise we're gonna finish this scripture, yo. Go ahead, read that again from the top. So I'm gonna let you read it through.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. Don't you know that the Bible acknowledges that there is an oppressor and an oppressed? The Christian church don't talk about that. Who the hell is the Christian church that just define as the oppressor? I'd like. If you Christian on this live feed, who's the oppressor that the Bible's talking about? Who? It can't be your master that you love and will shuck and jive and completely sell out your people for. It can't be that guy. That can't be the oppressor. Who's the oppressor? Crickets. Cricket emojis. Maserati, what you got? They say you gotta love everybody. There ain't no oppressor. Just love everybody. If you think there's an oppressor, something's wrong with you. That's how the Christian church would put it. But what the Bible said? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. The Bible there's an awareness that we're missing, ain't it? There's an awareness, man. You know why? Because as for us, our eyes is yet failed. We, instead of looking at what the hell is really going on, we looking for a nation that cannot save us. Who's the nation that cannot save us? According to Proverbs 3:31. Who's the nation that cannot save us? Maserat? The oppressor's nation. Like, does it make sense? We looking for the oppressor to save us, and he can't. Why can't the oppressor save us from the oppression that we're in? I'll take a sip and let y'all think about that for a second. Why can't the oppressor save us from the oppression that we suffer? I'll let y'all. Because they're the ones oppressing us. Don't you understand? They can't be oppressors without people to oppress. Huh? You can't be the slave master without slaves. I saw a terrible story today on TikTok. There was a brother on TikTok who was describing how he was incarcerated in Texas. And because of the 13th Amendment, which states, that slavery is pretty much abolished unless you're convicted of committing a crime. And then slavery is in full effect. This brother was in Texas picking freaking cotton because he was incarcerated. And it wasn't optional. It was like pick cotton or lay in the floor of a steel trailer for the whole time everybody else is picking. Like, you get cooked. Like pick one. Go sit in the air fryer or pick cotton. There's an oppressor, and then there's the oppressed. Your pastor is absolutely unaware of all of this. You understand? Your pastor is delusional. Your pastor is envious of his oppressor. You know why your pastor won't speak up about this? You know why? Because he knows the oppressor will be mad at him if he says it, if he speaks up about it, if he speaks against it. You get what I'm saying? He'd rather imitate the oppressor than to stand up against them. And here's the thing. He puts the Most High's children, he puts our interests out of sight. You understand? He could give a damn less about what's best for the children of Israel, according to the Most High. He just wants what the oppressor has. The oppressor has a yacht. I want a yacht. The oppressor has, jets and airplanes. I want jets and airplanes. The oppressor has mansions. Take 2 of those mansions. The oppressor wears these damn designer clothes. The Shalakia. Never mind. I always kind of get into that. I don't know why they want to wear clothes that are designed by LGBT men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the allure is for a Louis Vuitton anything or a Gucci anything. You know what I mean? Like, or a Michael Kors anything. Like, it's not really. It's just kind of sus. I'm sorry, that's just me. Salakia Maserat.
Like, you see any of like the people that our kids look up to, like Dwayne Wade, like the rappers,
Right?
They throw them photos on all those people to make it appealing.
Yeah, they push it.
Yeah, they push that.
Yeah, they use celebrities and entertainers that are Black, Hispanic, and Native American to push to push these things on us. You understand? Get us to max out credit cards for a purse, for a freaking belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, Maserat.
We got our brothers down here with a little purse. You see a little purse on them?
Come on, yo, what is that? Hood brothers wearing purses. You can't see me blinking because of these shades, but Salakia, the movement, the LGBTQ plus, whatever else you can conjure up with your disgusting imagination community. This is our oppressors' lifestyles. You understand? These are his agendas and his things. If we would just listen to Proverbs 3 and 31, Amawan, did you finish that? Salakia. Go ahead.
Envy thou not the oppressor,
Mm-hmm.
and choose none of his ways.
Choose how many?
None.
Just a few of them.
None.
What about the ones you like?
None.
What about the ones that, really make you seem cool?
None.
Listen, man, the Bible says choose none of his ways. We ain't supposed to choose none of our oppressor's ways. The Lord warns us against this. You understand? He orders us against. It's an order. I know outside of the ISUPK, no one on earth understands order. Even Esau's military don't really understand order. You know what I'm saying? And their police force, they don't understand order. They're extremely undisciplined and just, a joke. You understand? Commander General Yohana has taught us the Most High's discipline. You understand? Discipline is so dynamic. What you can and can't put inside of your body. Now that's discipline. What can't an army, a Marine eat? Can a Marine eat pork? Can a Marine eat crabs? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know discipline. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the Lord's chosen people are supposed to have discipline that is unparalleled by the other nations. We're supposed to have a lifestyle that is so different and so it's supposed to seem strange and bizarre. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to stand out. Like it's not the same. We are not the same. We are not supposed to blend in with our oppressor. We are not, our oppressor has an event, a holiday. We should not be like, what I mean, in the pictures. You get what I'm saying? Like we should not be in the picture. It's just off. It's just something, it just ain't right. You know what I mean? Like it's not okay. It's not to wild. I'm gonna get one more scripture, right? Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6, if I could. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's, chiming there. Shalom. You got that? Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Keep therefore and do them.
Do what?
And do them.
And do what? What is this talking about? Keep and do them. The Lord telling the children of Israel to keep and to do. Sis? That's right. Give her a hand. The law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord, a father gives his children rules. Correction. A man gives his household rules for the household's protection, for their own good. Not to be a damn tyrant, not to just show that he's in charge. The oppressor has that kind of, screwed up like insecurity. It's not damn insecurity why a man in the ISUPK would expect his house to conduct itself in such an order. You understand? That order is protection. Those rules and those expectations, that lifestyle, those do's and don'ts are for the household's sake. It's for every individual in that house to be able to survive, to be able to please the Most High. You don't want to be in a household with a man of the Lord and go against everything that man tells you, man. Because you're going to find out that everything that you do to go against the man of the Lord, you're going to suffer for it. And it's not going to be the man of the Lord that imposes the punishment. Mazarak, I can't think of a punishment we've ever imposed on our wives, ever. Huh? Is there, do we like what punishment is there? We don't punish anybody. We will check you. We will tell you you're wrong. But outside of telling you you're wrong, like what do we do? Hell, what do we do? Send them in the room, lock them in the room for days, chain them to a bed like R. Kelly? What do we do? Do we punch him in the mouth? We don't punish, like we don't. But the Lord will show you that you should have listened. The Lord will teach you that it would have been better. And I pray that if ever this happens, when you step outside of the order or the direction or the instruction, you know what I mean, of the man of the house, especially if he's in the ISUPK, that when you do bump your head against that thing he was trying to prevent you from bumping your head against, that you do have that moment of reflection where you think back to, damn, if I actually had done exactly what he had said to do, I wouldn't be bumping my head right now. Now it's clear to me. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how it's supposed to work. That's how the children of Israel are supposed to be waking up right now to how we should have been obeying the Most High all this time. Instead of envying our oppressor. You look at the money that you waste on these silly, goofy holidays that you like, just from a monetary economic standpoint, the participation in these holidays is at least irresponsible financially. It's at least Christmas, right? Christmas is at least, you have to just be honest with yourself and at least acknowledge that the participation in Christmas, the acquisition and the consumption and the consumer, you know what I mean, participation and buying a bunch of things and items to give to people who don't really need those items. Your kid don't need another Xbox. He don't need another, you know what I mean? like your rib don't need another Michael Kors purse. Michael Kors. Yo, you get what I'm saying? Like, it is at least fiscally irresponsible to celebrate Christmas. Now, I know that families in ISUPK have to look back on, a year, just 1 year of not celebrating Christmas and say, God damn, January was a lot easier having not done Christmas. You understand? And again, it's a million examples of how we envy our oppressor and we try to, adopt his lifestyle and, worship the things he worships and make priority the things that they make priority. That damn, if you can't be any more of a slave than to just blow with the wind of whatever your oppressor says to blow with. Right now, there's an insane push for the LGBTQ lifestyle by our oppressor. From a legislative standpoint, from an entertainment standpoint, you can't find a TV show that doesn't have it, incorporated within the actual, the fiber of the main thread of the main story. You can't find it. It's in everything, right? Toxic, masculine women, the damn Atlanta housewives. You can't not find that all across everything in this society. The feminist movement. It's foundational. You understand? And now here in Maryland, they just passed this marijuana law. Jesus, where that thing is legal recreationally July 1st. Well, if our oppressor says you can do it, well, you surely should go do it. All right, brother, with them CDLs, go ahead and go get high on July 1st, because the oppressor says it's legal. And I pray they piss test you on July 2nd. Clap it up. Clap. I pray they piss test you on July 2nd when you go to hop in that 18-wheeler. Yeah, shalom. You know what I mean? But yeah, time's running short. Maserati, we gotta figure out a situation to where we can shoot, it's stupid batak, shalom. You got the announcements out? You gonna run them for us real quick? So with that, I'm going to pass the class off to Precinct Officer Maserati Yala.
ISUPK security announcements. With ISUPK, rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8, Ma'ashera means a tenth in Hebrew. 7 any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free willing for the priest, not mandatory whatsoever. Amount you would like. Coming holy convocations, we have the Midwest Fire Weekend coming up July 26th, I believe, through the 31st at the end of July in Chicago. And if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, black boots, black shirt, black pants, headband, and scarf.
That's right.
With that, we're going to get a courage salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mahim, means stand. Mahim Shabbat, Imagine. Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Bakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Ayah Matah, hands down. Sar, we're going to turn to the sisters. Sisters, Imagine, means stand. We're going to give a courage salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Hashem Yahshua. Ayah Matah, class dismissed.